Bird Stacking just finished Michael Stacking's live. Uh, Very end, he got the circle of death. He came up with some problems. I think he was going to go a little while longer, but unfortunately, YouTube's messing up or something. I don't know. It happens. Happens to me a couple of times. I'm just working on my laptop here to get a chat window open. That way, there I can see the chat. Hey, Chew, you're first. Woo! Good to see you, Chew. Yeah, you're first a lot of times. What's up with that, Chew? My mouse doesn't want to cooperate on this desk. It's too glossy. Oh boy, and I got Simba in here. Oh man, Simba. Oh, I got Chloe in here. What are you guys sneaking here for? Hold on, I gotta get these two birds out of here. There we go. Yeah, Mishy Stacker, Dennis Menace, woo, deja vu. Good to see you, Dennis. Good to see you, Mishy Stacker. How you feeling, Mishy? You out of the? Did you break out yet? Yeah, you almost beat him, Mishy. You almost beat him. Oh boy. Yeah, I was on Michael Nancy's live stream watching that. Nancy went to bed. She went to go watch her Stargate, I think. Oh, I don't know if my buddy Jackknife is out here yet or not. But I did a live porn stream earlier today. I went a little longer than I had wanted to. I'll show it in a little bit. I did an open sand cast for this tactical knife that I got, and came out pretty good. I was pretty pleased with it. It's I don't know if I can get this up real close, but you can see the cross that's on it. It's not even a 16th. It's not even a 16th in height from the middle. It's it's less. It's like it's probably a 32nd of an inch. And the same thing with the design on the little flippers here for you flip it. But boy, did it come out nice. Oh, did it come out nice. I'll give you guys a sneak peek if you hadn't seen the shorts and the highlight. Woo! Oh yeah, that came out awesome. Yeah, it did. I'll show it in a little bit here. I just in case. Uh, oh, Mo Silver. Woo! Good to see you. Came home yesterday. Good, good. Glad to hear it. Doing good. Just got to stay off your feet as much as possible. Yeah, you make sure you heal and mend well, brother. Yeah, you don't need to go through that that ordeal again. Oh, trust me, I haven't been into the hospital in a long time. Not myself. Last time I was in the hospital, I was hospitalized back when I was 18, and that was long enough. I spent almost 2 months there when I got hit by that van, and I broke my second, third, fifth, eighth vertebrae. Matthew, woo! That knife was fire. Yes, it was, Matt. Matthew, were you there on the live stream when I was pouring it? Old Path, woo! Member, did you notice that yet? Shalom, shalom. How you doing, Old Path? Woo! Yeah, you were gifted a membership from a T-Bird level 3 membership through Check Stacker. Yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome. Okay, already, Michi. Yeah, when I was like I said, I did a live stream. I poured a couple of different pours. Let's see. The first pour I did was this knife pour. That knife pour. I couldn't do it big enough to to encompass the blade on it, but I almost do that as good as Weldon Carey does. Yeah, yeah. But I was trying to think of something different to do and something I would like to do, and that fit in that pan that I had. So I compressed that into the kinetic play sand, which is a fairly coarse sand. And oh, let me tell you, oh, this bad boy was. I had people guessing, and they were guessing. Nobody was close, but it was 15.57 ounces, I believe. But I had a little extra because this end here was pressed a little deeper down than this end, and I think you can see it. it's a little thicker at this end than it is at that end. And what I tried to do is when I started pouring it, I poured at this end. So the metal, because these pieces sit down lower than the top of the knife. You see what I'm saying right there? Those things that flick the blade out, which this one doesn't flick, sit down lower. So I wanted to make sure to get the metal up through and get it poured into there. But when I started pouring, usually I would have started here till that filled up and I would have followed down through and filled it down through, but I didn't have to. All the metal as I was pouring here was running and racing down here, and I noticed it, but then it started to overspill just enough metal in here to fill those two tabs on the side, and it overspilled a little bit on this side. It overspilled. If you check that video out, you can see there's like a little piece on, but I used my hacksaw and I cut off the pieces and I used some Dremel tools and a grinder that I got and a grinding wheel, and I took it off and ground it down. I got it looking pretty good, but she left it. I figured it was going to lose about 1.5 ounces, and it did. Right now it's 13.01 ounces. Oh wait, sorry, 15, or was it 13? I'm going to have to go back and look. No. Let's see. Maybe it was 13.57. Yeah, it was 13.57 ounces. I'll have to go watch the video, but right now it's actually 13.01 ounces of pure 999 copper. But I was really, really impressed. Let me see. I'm looking at the chat, make sure. I'm looking at this. Paying. He just started pouring. He uses the same furnace as you. He does not subscribe to you. But he needs some help or commenting if you can. Yeah, I'll look into it. Hey, Humble Stacker, how you doing? Good to see you. Thank you so much for stopping by. Yeah, but like I said, if you watch that live stream that I did earlier, I used that. That was my first pour. And because of how shallow that is for the crosses inside there, it's very shallow. It's less than a 32nd of an inch raise on that. And I didn't think it was going to come out. And it was only kinetic play sand, but boy, did that come out awesome. That came out really wicked. I didn't think all that detail was going to come out, not in the kinetic play sand. It's more of a coarser type sand. And Humble Stacker, yeah, that's the one I was talking about. A really nice shiny one. It's number 13. It's the 3 didn't come out too well, but it's 3 point, because I really stamped heavy on it. 3.32 ounces. 999. I don't have the date it was poured, but it was poured in 2025. It's got some pretty cool wicked designs on the back. That was poured quite a while back. It was my 13th T-Bird bar pour. I got that right there. After this pour that I did, thank you very much, Matthew. After that pour that I did of this in the kinetic play sand, I went and poured a coin mold, one of my coin molds. I cleaned this one up just before, about 5 minutes before I started the live stream. And it kind of looks like the tree of life in there a little bit. It depends on how you look at it. I'd have to see which way it is. I could see a phoenix in there as well. Kind of looked like the tree of life. Doesn't as much now. It did when it was still had the black patina on it. I took a lot of the black patina off this one particular piece. And I'm talking black patina. This is pour number 6. This one's pour number 5. And that's the black patina. It's part of the, it's from the copper. It's from the melting process. You got black patina and you got red patina that comes out of the metals that goes on it. And usually the black patina is on the top. And the black patina is easier and softer to get off than the red patina. But you can turn around if you don't like the patina, you can really get all of that off. But also, other than this particular pour that I had done, that one coin, that was the second thing I poured. Third thing I poured was another tiki bar. And if I remember, that was 1 point. Oh man, let me go check. 1.97 was it? 1.89, 1.89. The other one was 1.87. Yes, this was the second thing I poured. Tiki, he was a pretty fat boy. That was number 6, Tiki Copper pour. He's got some cool looking lines on him. He's going to be red. He's got red patina on him. But I think when I clean him up, I may overbrush him probably a little bit just so I get this type of an effect. Where are my other ones? Not my silver ones. Let me see if I can't find it real quick. Yeah, right here. Here's one of them. I kind of like the look where he's got the red in the background and the high coppery color. I'm gonna try to do is on that one, if it's a nice red patina, I'm just gonna try to highlight just the very top part of the tiki, just the mouth, the nose, the eyes, the crown. I'm gonna try to keep a lot more of the red patina on there, like that one. It's gonna be a little more red. This was the 1.87. This was the little bit lighter one, and I got him upside down. I got him upside down. Woo! There he is. He's got an evil look to him, doesn't he? Mischievous. The mischievous tiki. And that would have been number 7. I'd like to write on the back of them the numbers there. Yeah, that was number 6, 1.89. That way there I can keep track of them. This was number 7, the 7th one I've ever poured out of copper. And he looked kind of mischievous. Then I had a little bit left over. Let me look back at the chat, make sure nobody else came in. Tarnished Cat, how you doing? Thank you so much for stopping in. This guy was a little bit lighter one. So I can get him focusing. He's not going to have as much patina on him. He's going to have some red patina on him. He will. This was number 8. He didn't have much for design in the back. It was towards the end, and it was. I didn't have very much copper left inside the crucible. It was starting to solidify up, and I was pouring it out. But yeah, let me see how much he was actually. If I remember right, he was 0.99. He was just a little bit shy. Yep, 0.99, just shy of 1 ounce. Not a troy ounce, regular ounces. You measure copper in regular ounces. You can see that. Zoom in a little bit. 0.99. This one was number 8, I believe. That's 0.8. Well, it just flipped to 8.6. Was 8.7? 8.7. It must be just on the verge. 1.87, and this is the 1.89. 1.89. Take a look at this guy. I forget how much he was. I think he was almost 3 ounces, I think. 2.97 ounces. Woo! Que tioso, buenas noches. ¿Cómo está? Anyway, I'm going to bed. Yeah, I'm trying to think who it was. Reach out to that guy and have him check out my channel that has a 2 auto, but he's not subscribed to me. Tell him to hit me up with a sub, send me an email, and I can get to know him a little bit. Maybe I can give him a little bit of advice. And then we had the piece, the handle from my tactical knife that I have. Like I said, now that's 13.01. I think it was 13.57 maybe. I forget. I'd have to go back, or it might have been more than that. I forget, but I had a piece on it where it had spilled over because of the angle. This end was deeper. Let me zoom you get back out. This end was compressed deeper into the kinetic plate, and it was thicker, and that was thinner at the top. And the angle of it, all the metal wanted to flow towards this end, and if I started here to fill these up, and all the metal just flowed back to so it flowed back here, and it spilt over off to the side. So that was very easily for me to take off. I've got all the proper tools and stuff to do it. And I was very impressed in how well them crosses came out in the flip switches and in the front, and even the rivet pieces. I'll show you the actual knife again real quick. Like I said, I'll give you a nice close-up, and you can see. I can get the focus real nice here. you can see where that cross, I couldn't believe how good that came out, because it's less than a 32nd of an inch. It's not even a 16th of an inch. There's hardly anything there for me to even catch my fingernail on. And the same thing for those right there. I couldn't believe how well it came out. It came out extremely nice. Yeah, for especially being kinetic play sand is a bit coarse. It's not like Petrobond. Petrobond is much finer. But I just couldn't believe how well that came out. Old path. Woo! Yeah. Take a look at this. Let me see. I can't click that link, but I'll have to copy and paste it afterwards. I'll have to let me copy and paste it. I'll put it to a notepad. Hold on a second. Old path. Yeah, I'll take a look at that afterwards. I'm going to copy that and I'll paste it to my notepad afterwards. And I'll go check it out. Raz Bubble, what's going on, brother? Good to see you. Always good to see each and every one of you. Thank you so much for stopping in. Yeah, Humboldt was pretty awesome. Yeah, I was up there. I don't know. Let me see here. Where's my other phone? Oh, man. Yeah, I know a lot of times you've been, I know you're over on the West Coast. You're 3 hours behind me. A lot of times, I mean, my work schedule has changed. I used to go on after midnight, right after Michael and Nancy's, a lot of times, and not that either me nor you, and I'm not trying to step on your toes either. I know the other night you went live, but I'd already planned on going live right after Michael's, actually about 10:30, and you got on, and I apologize, but I had you playing on my other phone. You were in the background, and I've been watching and I've been listening to your live streams. And like I said, for me, if I don't go on right after Michael and Nancy's, then it's sort of, I can't do it, because then I got to go to bed and I got to get up to go to work and whatnot and what have you. So I very much apologize. Like I said, I don't know if you knew I was live or not, but I did have you going on my secondary device. I was live streaming. I just want to show this to you here real quick. And I was afraid that was going to happen, and I didn't want there to be any type of miscommunications with you. Uh, but this is my other device, my older phone that's got the cracked screen. And let's see. As you can see, there's many of your lives that I've been to. There's been a few that's prior to whenever, but there's still some that were partially watched or whatnot. There's a couple there I think I missed, but them are only 7-minute ones. I've been there for you, brother, and I just want to let you know that. And I'm glad you're here to see that. I've been here. If you don't see me on there chatting, that does not mean I'm there. I've been there. A lot of times I'm listening. I got a plan. I'm doing my own thing. Sometimes I'm with Mrs. T-Bird watching TV and I'm listening. Got you off to the side of me. Uh, but like I said, it's like nobody. There's no time slot for anybody out there. Everybody's got equal rights to go on live when and how they can and how they want. I try to be as respectful as I can, but I just can't wait till after Michael and Nancy's, and then say if you're on, then wait till after you get done, because you do some long live streams sometimes, man. Some of you're on to, like, my time is like 3:30 in the morning, and I've been there sometimes at 3:30 in the morning. Bellows Forge, good to see you. Always good to see you. Thank you so much for stopping in. And I can't wait until that time, then go on, because then it is done and over. I've got to get to bed. And now at this time, I'm getting up, leaving at that time, and because my schedule has changed again. Notoriously, I used to get done at 10:30. Usually, you were coming home about the same time I was on Michael and Nancy's, and I'd be using speech to text, listening to Michael on the drive home, and that ain't the case anymore. I know for a while, for like a month and a half, they had me working some stupid hours, and I wasn't getting done work till like 2:30 in the morning Eastern Standard Time, and I wasn't getting home till like 3:30 in the morning. Yeah, it's crazy. But I appreciate you being here, and I appreciate you stopping by. And I'm hoping, like I said, the very first time I knew the numbers you were talking about, and I know at one point in time you were talking about. I thought you said 28. Well, where in the heck did I put it? I showed it to you. There's my Coinstar change. I can get you guys a link. Yeah, year to date Coinstar. Go check out that video. Put your entry in. One winner. Two members, and you are a member. You're a level 3 member. Humble Stacker. You're level 3. Go get your guessing. Go get your guessing. I can put that link up there if you haven't. I don't think I've noticed your link yet, or your entry yet. But yeah, like I said, I thought you said 28. This one right here is some of the first bars that I poured. They didn't. There's a little bit of every one of them's got a little bit of something, but this was just something I did real quick with a scribe tool. To in a graphite pour, I just carved out my name backwards and upside down, backwards and reverse, like mirrored, so it would come out like that. And I just put the ounces there, the weight, the number. This is number 13 bar pour, the year 999, and each and every one is different. And there's a lot of them that got different colors, and they got like this one's got the red patina on it. This one was the same thing. This one's 2.81. This is number 19 pour. Oh, no, it's not number 19. It's number 18. Because I was going to say Snakebite has number 19, T-Bird bar pour. And that just doesn't got a very good design in the back. Looks like a flying dolphin there or something. I don't know. 3D Woodworks calls me the reader of the copper. But there's many of them that's got all different types of designs on it. That are, each and every one of them is all unique and all different. Like here's another one. That one's not. That one's number 45. I haven't stamped the weight or anything on that one, or 999, or I haven't put the 2025 on there. Let me get this focused a little bit. There we go. But they're all different. And this is just for me cleaning it up with the copper cleaner. And like I said, if I really wanted to, if somebody wished to, they could have that be in pure copper. Let's see, Rubberneck. Hello, hello. How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for stopping in. And Bellows Forge. Good to see you. I think I said hello to you. If not, I apologize. Hey, John. How you doing? Jeffrey. Woo! Good to see you all. Awesome. Awesome. Let me go back over to if you guys had I think Jeffrey Button had seen it. I think he was out there. I forget during the live for, but yeah. That's my casting of that knife. It came out pretty awesome, pretty wicked. I did a highlight every time I do a live. It gives me a minute or less highlight. I posted that at the very bottom of all my highlights. You can click to go to that live stream from the highlights of whatever I get it from. And I also did a quick minute short on it afterwards, after I got it cleaned up and got it in here. I posted that tonight. And I did do a short on a steak, but that's only because War was out there at Michael Stackins just before his live stream started, about 20 minutes. And we were talking about food. And I was actually cooking a steak, and I was kind of teasing him. So I threw that short up real quick. Woo, woo. Make me sound like Scott Metal. Woo. Yeah, I'm always saying that. How did your copper 4 go today? It went very good. Saw the notification streams when you was at work. It went very well. Thank you very much. I just went over the pours that I did. The very first one was this knife pour from this tactical knife that I got. I did that one. I got it all cleaned up. Second pour was this coin pour. I got that one cleaned up a little bit. Called it the Tree of Life, but it don't. There was one way I looked at it, looked like the Tree of Life. I see a phoenix in there too. If you look at it just right, with the kind of like the wings right in there, the head with the beak up there, feet coming down with the feathers. All depends on the eye of the beholder. All different things you can look at. Then I did 3 more tiki bar pours, which right here, 1.89, 1.87. And the very last one that I had poured today, and these was all copper, was this one. He was just 0.01 shy of 1 ounce. There we go. Well, that's what I poured today. I'm thinking about pouring again later on in the week. Oh no, later in the week. No, I'm not. Tomorrow's Friday. I might do another. I might do another pouring live tomorrow, maybe in the afternoon. Hey, Richard, how you doing? Good to see you. Thank you so much, all the late nighters. Yeah, and good to see you, John. I think I already said hi to you. I got my headlight still on. I never took my headlight off my my T-bird hat. It was too cool out there to go do a fireside live. I think it's like about 29 degrees out right now. We got a frost advisory in effect tonight. But yeah, let me grab that link for all of you out there. Go feel free to take your guesses on year-to-date Coinstar finds. Let me grab that link for you real quick. Let me get a new tab here. Give me a moment, and I'll throw that in the chat. And you guys can go check it out later. You should be able to go to my main channel and go to my playlist and hit shorts, and you should be able to find it right in there. It's not that it shouldn't be that far buried. But let me go to it and I'll post that link up there in the chat now. Cast your entry, only 1 entry per person. Shorts, let's see. Let me see if I can't find it. And I'll get that link and actually put it right in there. Is that the one? That's the teaser. Fog rolled in. Where the heck is it? 1000K sub spoiler. I know it's in there. It's gotta be. Rolled in fog. That's odd. Go to my playlist. It's in there. People are posting to it. Cooking shorts. Let's see. Oh, that's going to be a whole bunch of them. I don't want that. I got to back out of this. Oh, let's see. Yeah, I'm not inside my regular chat. Give me a moment here. Oh, dang it. Dang it. Oop, nope. Now I got a commercial. Why do I got a commercial on my page? I shouldn't be showing commercials yet. Oh, the raffles, teaser, official. There it is right there. No, is that the right one? No, that's not the one. Man, I'm struggling here. I'm sorry, guys. I'm getting I got so many videos. I got the wrong one. Not the official guide entry. Stay tuned. Date teaser. Teaser short. Stay tuned. The official. It's got to be that one. But it's not. YouTube must be messing up because that is not the one that I want. That's my first one. Let me go back to my live here. I'm trying to find it. Can you try to pour a copper bones and key replica from the movie Goonies? I don't know. I could probably try. I'd have to get something to simulate that copper bones key replica from the movie Goonies. I'll try to look into it. Ain't going to be anytime soon. It may be a little bit. How you doing, Richard? Good to see you. Hey, Jonathan. How's it going? Electrical contacts. Do you ever come across the silver? Do I ever? Oh yeah, I do. Do I ever? That was a loaded question. Let's put it this way. Does it look like it? Electrical contacts. I got round ones. I got square ones. I do a lot of breaker and electronic salvage. Um, if you haven't, you can check out a lot of my videos. You'll see um, there's a lot of other electronic stuff that I get. I save the copper out of motors, all sorts of electronics and things. That's not where I get. This is not the pure 999 copper that I use because this has got copper, but it's got other stuff on it. If you're talking about, uh, here's some other different types of breakers. Jonathan that I have as well has got silver on them. Use my MAP gas torch to take them off. You know, these silver contacts on the ends of those copper pieces. I just hit it with my MAP gas, and they usually I'll try to grab it with a pair of pliers, hold on to them, and I hit it from the backside, and then that'll fall right off. Yeah, it's funny you asked that question. Yeah, I do. I'm into that big time. I'm into that big time. Yeah, I know it. I've got a lot. uh, I have so many different things, and like I said, I'm saving on some of my breakers and other salvage. I'm saving the brass. I got brass pieces. I save the brass. I save the aluminum. I save the copper. I save the. Well, I got a couple of different gold rings in here, but this is all for melting. But I got gold contacts that are down there. I got 24 karat gold on them. Some of them are pure solid, and some of them are 24 karat gold plated, and there's silver underneath them. And that's why I'd be using the acids to break them down to separate them in an acid solution. And then I'll be dropping the silver out of the liquid to a powder form and getting that out of there, purifying that, and also the gold powder, be dropping that out. First, I would be dropping the silver out and get that into a liquid form to break it away from the gold. It's a long process, and that's something totally different than actually doing the melting of the coppers and silvers. It's different. They both has their hazards. But let me get back. Like I said, here's other breakers. Here's one of the a breaker that I have that's got the silver contact that I still haven't broke down yet. A little piece of pure 95 to 97% silver on that end. This is copper coated metal, and then I got the copper there. And some of these pieces have little pieces of brass in them. I'm saving those brass pieces, and all the rest of it, the metal and the plastic, I just throw away. I try to salvage everything that I can out of it. Let me get back to what I was trying to do before. Like I said, I was struggling trying to find my link. If Bellows Forge can go to my link of my latest year-to-date Coinstar, find that video, Bellows Forge, you could, and drop that link. I'm going to try to do it again here real quick, but it is my laptop was not being very friendly with me. I think it's just because I'm used to going on my phone and going to everything on my phone, not by via laptop. This is a fairly newer laptop, and I don't have this quite all set up yet. I've been working on that. But let me try to see it. Maybe Bellows will probably end up beating me to it. I was trying to find it. It should. Oh, I know why I couldn't find it. I was looking at it in shorts, and it's a 9-minute video. That's why. Dang it. Yeah, that's why. And I got the official video right here. I just got to drop down. I can copy the link. I was looking. I seen it in the lives or in the shorts, but it wasn't. It was it's a video. You need to watch that whole complete video, and I tried to lay it out for you. the best I could. I'm going to come up to my live stream here now. I got like 4 or 5 things in the background. Not seeing it, T-Bird. Yeah, because it's not a short, it's a video. It's a 9-minute video. I called it a short, and I was looking underneath the shorts, and I found the short teaser. But this isn't the short teaser. Here it is right there. I'm just going to double click it and open that into a new tab just to make sure that's the proper one. Yes, it is. That's the proper one. Go watch that at any given time. You can go to my playlist and go to videos, and it's the very first one there. Check it out. The drawing will be on the 20th, or the last day to get your entry in is on the 20th. And you're going to have to guess my year-to-date Coinstar total. Bellows Forge already has his in there. Katia also already has hers in there. I didn't see you in there yet, but I'll be giving away a constitutional 90% Washington quarter for level 1 members. If you're a member, you get if you're the closest, you get a Washington 90%er. And if you're a level 2 member, then you're going to get a Washington quarter, and you're going to get either Mercury dime, or you're going to get a 90% constitutional Rosie, or maybe a Barber. If you're level 3, though, you're going to get a constitutional 90% $50. Yeah, you are. You're going to get one of those. They may be a little slick, but they're still 90%. They're silver. Yeah, they are. But there's the list, and here's the bag. I laid them right out. Watch that video. Take out a pen, paper. Take a gander. See how many you think I got for quarters. Add them up. See how many you think I got for nickels. Add it up. Put it on the paper. See how many you think I have for dimes, face value. Doesn't matter whether it's American or Canadian. And see how much you think I have gotten year to date in pennies. I laid them right out on the table, spread them out. And then don't forget, this isn't the dollar bill, because I can't find the one that I'd found. This is a Star Note simulating it. I had that in this, $1 was included in with the year to date total. So automatically start off with $1. And also this, I found at the Coinstar, that constitutes as a penny. It's not in the bag, but it's counted as a penny. So that's in there. Go put your entry in. I may not do one the following week, but I'm going to try to do something every week for giveaway for members and subscribers. One for the subscribers and one for the members. And if the way I have it this week, it was different. Last week was a 3-letter word I was looking for. Scrap Metal Racing hit it on the nose. He was the only one. He was a member, level 1. So he's got a 90% quarter going out to him. And then there was nobody that was a subscriber that had the correct name, UTV. That's what I was looking for. That's what I had circled. And I had it in an envelope just like this, where that's where the total is. It's right inside there. Now let me try this again. Just so I've got it up there. I'm trying to get used to this. I'll set it for 30 minutes. It's just something to do with those jewels or whatever. You get 10 of them, and it's like I don't know. Not sure how you guys see it on there, but I've seen it on other people's channels, and I dabbled with it one day. Emerald Stacker blew me up the first time that I used it. I think I did it during my live stream earlier, and I don't know if I got anything, but it's all good. I'm just going to try to remember to post that up there. But get your guesses in. Same thing with you, Jonathan. I think you're level 3 as well. You were gifted a membership from Czech Stacker. All right, Bellows Forge, thank you so much for stopping. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Have a good night. Say good night to Katia. You guys be safe and have a pleasant evening. But watch that video. You can't have more than one entry. If you have more than one entry at the time when it's closed out, which is Monday, the 20th at midnight, you'll be disqualified. One guess per person. If you're a member, you get something. Anybody that's a subscriber will only get a 90% quarter. Level 3 gets a $50 member. Level 2 gets a quarter and a dime, 90 percenter. Level 1 member will get a 90% quarter. 6,192 Fahrenheit melting point of tungsten. I I think you're correct. I think you're correct. If I remember correctly, tungsten melts about 60. I think of it as 6,200 Fahrenheit. I don't remember all my melting temperatures, but I think you're pretty correct. Tungsten has an extremely high melting temperature. Let's see. I think it's because of the old coin. Nova Canada is a penny. Yeah, it is, but it's only a penny. It's only a penny, but it's already included in with this huge bag of pennies. There's a lot of pennies there, and that ain't bad for year to date. I forget. I think it was, but Bellows has said that he's only found a couple of cents in the coin starters. I keep finding it. I just keep bringing it home. I kept throwing it in a dish, throw it in the bag, or I'll throw it in a bag. And I thought it would be something fun to do for a giveaway to say thanks to my members and to my subscribers. Um, I love each and every one of you. You like my YouTube family. You like my brothers, my extended brothers, my extended sisters. And I don't have any fathers out here. I've got one mom. Her name is Linda Bop Mom. She's not my real mom. Somebody out there thought she was. But yeah, it's just something to try to give back to the community and to make things fun. To make things, joyful, you know. And I always like to try to do something like that. I'm trying to think of for something I'm going to do next after this. But go check that video out. Cast your entry. One entry per person. You've got up until midnight Eastern Standard Time to change you can put a number down. You could put $7.50 if you think there's $7.50 there total. You can put $99 if you think there's $99 there. And then later on, if you think you might change your mind or you want to study that video and go watch the whole 9-minute video and calculate and look at it. I mean, I'd get a pen and I'd get a paper down. I'd start doing some writing. That's what I would do. But yeah, that was really funny, Jonathan, that you asked that question. Because like I said, I guess you haven't seen some of my videos because it's all I usually talk about a lot of times. Not every time, but I talk about scrapping computer parts and scrapping breakers. If it can be scrapped, I scrap it. If it's, I can't think of where the other vial is, but even on your credit cards, the little pieces, I can't show you my pertinent information. Man, let me show you real quick. Oh, I can't. Oh. But that little piece right there, they've got that computer chip. You know that computer chip? If you guys don't want to save it, you send me snail mail. Cut that little piece out. Cut that little piece out with a pair of scissors, so it doesn't have any of your information on there, and save them for me and mail them out to me. I'll take them. It's not much. Some of them are silver. Some of them are gold. They're 24 karat gold, and the computer chip that's in there, and it's silver. I can melt them down. Not melt them, but I can use my acids to turn them down into a liquid form, and I can get the silver out of them and get the gold out of them. There's a lot of people that just cut them up and throw them away. I don't throw mine away. I snip mine up. I'm trying to think of where the bottle is. That's the other computer pieces that's got the gold foils on them. And there's gold foils on these ones, 24 karat gold foils. It's not them. But I've got a little bottle of a bunch of them because I don't throw any of mine out. I save them all. It all adds up. It all collects. There's no sense. I don't know who in their right mind would throw anything out. And I've even got these other contactors back here. I'll show you some of these other smaller ones. I wanted to show a few of my coins. Jonathan, you got me into talking about my metal scrapping. Here's some other little pieces. Little contacts. Now this little contact is actually copper, but it has silver on the top. So I can't, some of them I can melt down. Some of them I can melt down and they are what they are. This one is actually, this one's a dirty one. I think this one's a gold. I think it's silver with gold on the top of it. It's got some corrosion on the top of that one. Oh, yeah, like that one. Yeah, it's like that one. There's silver underneath there, or copper. I think it may be copper, and it's got a gold layer on the top of it. It's a electronic contact. I've got a lot of those. I bet you nobody knows what that is. Who can tell me what that is? Does anybody know what that is? I know it's copper. If you know what it is, tell me what it is. I'll tell you if you're right. Happy Friday. All right. Thank you so much, Dennis the Menace. I think you're taking off. The roosters are waking up here. Oh, man. All right. Take care, brother. Thank you so much for stopping there. Jeff Rubin. Woo. Good to see you, brother. Using the Jackson Molly emojis. Awesome. Yeah, them are such good dogs. I love my puppy dogs. Yeah, Jonathan, you got access to those emojis too. I got how many different emojis do I got? 6 or 7. You can throw those emojis up anytime you want. Let me see. Yeah, were you there during the whole stream, Jeff? I'm not sure. I think you might have been busy. Jeff Rubin, did you see how awesome that came out? That knife, I got her all cleaned up. I don't think you were here in the beginning. I showed it. Had some overspill there. And if you look at that, how it's not even a 32nd of an inch. I couldn't even believe that it came out as good as it did. Just in the kinetic play sand. Because that kinetic play sand's pretty coarse, but it came out pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. Yeah, it did. I was pretty impressed. There's a lot of chemistry in refining metals. Yes, there is, Jonathan. There is a lot of chemistry. And you need to make sure you know what you're doing and just don't jump into something you don't study. I've studied when it comes to using the acids, of taking silver and taking gold and putting it into a liquid form by the use of acids and making aqua regia. I can't pronounce the words quite right. You really got to know your stuff, and you really got to use your PPE and have a fume hood, which I'm in the process of turning a 10x10 shed into a fume hood, specifically for taking my metals, my salvage metals, silver and gold, and putting them into acids and breaking them down, and then dropping, cleaning them and getting the base metals out of them. Anything other, the copper and any of the other types of base metals, getting them out of there by the use of acids, and then dropping the silver or the gold from liquid form that's in the acids into a powder, and then cleaning that out, rinsing it through filters and whatnot, and then taking it and rinsing it in distilled water, cleaning it several different times with either using sulfuric acid by doing a clean through a filter, and then using the distilled water. It's a bit of a process, and there's a lot of waste that you have to properly get rid of afterwards. And then you can take a filter and then strain it out. Then you got your pure gold sponge, or you got your pure silver sponge, which is not always pure 999, but there's other ways how you can make a silver cell, where you can actually put it in there with a silver cell using electrodes and whatnot, and um, growing your own pure 4/9 fine silver crystals. I'm not going to go into detail about it. It's a very long process. There's a lot to it. But I plan on doing that with a lot of my silver salvage. And I've got a lot of silver salvage that I've gotten throughout the years. From computer parts, cell phones, I don't throw away. Anything electronic, I don't throw away. I scrap it all. Oh man, yeah, I actually still got another. You can see it behind me. I've got one of my. Let's see. You can see it on the floor right there. That's an older computer. I still got to scrap and take the stuff apart, the hard drive, and take the motherboards and the boards out of it, and get the memory sims out, the CPU that's got gold on the CPUs and on the memory cards and on the graphics cards and uh, off the hard drive. I'll be scrapping that next. I've got three or four of them that I've gotten. And anytime when I'm somewhere, them are mine, my own personal ones that I built back in the day. Um, Anytime when I may be out and about looking at a yard sale, going to a yard sale or garage sale, and I see somebody that has an old computer, which I have. They got an old computer, a real old dinosaur from back in the later part of the 80s and early 90s. And they're selling for like $10 or $15. Yeah, sure. I'll give them 10, $15 on it. I'll give them 10, $15 because I'll take it and I'll scrap all the contacts and all the silver, all the gold out of it, and I'll put it into these little tiny vials and all these little tiny vials. And at some point in time, I'm gonna salvage it all down into pure 999 silver and pure 999 gold. It's a shame they don't teach you about the dangers. Yeah, yeah, they don't. They don't teach you about the dangers. There's a lot of dangers. Like I said, I try to do my diligence on being as safe as I possibly can. There's things that I do that I could probably practice a little better, safety measures. But I mean, I'm inside my garage studio, but I always open up a window down below and up above. I keep the back door open, the front door open, and there's always a nice breeze. And I try not to use this stuff, Jeffrey. I think we've talked about it before. Um, this is the stuff. Yeah, this gives off very bad hazardous caustic fumes. This type of copper. It is copper, but also I've got little pieces in there where there's solder. There's pieces of soldered onto these that goes through the contacts piece, and there's solder there which actually has lead in it. And stuff when I put that stuff in there, it makes very hazardous caustic fumes. And I've done that before where I've done it, but I completely, even though I got my doors open, I go completely out of my garage until everything's all cleared and done through. And I usually will put a fan there to give an extra current to go through. But I try not to even use that. But I'm not throwing it away. I mean, it's from some of my salvaging, like these parts and pieces I was talking about just a little while ago. I'm not going to throw it away. I'm just going to throw away and get rid of the steel and the plastic. The rest of it, I'm keeping. I'm keeping the brass. I'm keeping the aluminum. I'm keeping the silver contacts. I'm keeping all the copper. And I just segregate it. But when it comes to something that's going to give me hazardous, very toxic fumes, I don't want no part of it. When I melt copper in my garage, I try to melt the most purest 999 copper for something like this that I did tonight. You still have fumes, but they're not deadly like those other ones can be. And I'm in a well ventilated area. The best place to be is right outside. Um, but I feel my building is good size. It's I got over a 10-foot high ceiling, and the airflow goes up through the garage up to the upper loft, out the window, and I got a big 16-foot door in the front. I got a big 8-foot door in the back. I got those both open. Um, if at any given point in time I feel like I can smell something that smells a little funky, I try to keep my distance from it. You used to build PCs as well? Yeah, cool. That's awesome. Yeah, back in the day, I used to buy the bare bones tower itself. I would buy my own motherboard. I would buy my own graphics card, uh, order it to my specifications. I would usually buy my own heat sinks. I would buy a CPU that I could overclock. There's little dip switches that you could use to overclock them. And I used to love to like to overclock them because I used to be a gamer. So I tried to get the fastest possible graphics card and the fastest possible CPU that I could get with the fastest possible memory that's in there. Yeah, I used to be back in the day. Yeah, most electrical wire is 9999, but not all of it. Even though you think it is, it's not completely. I mean, electrical, like for housing, yes, a lot of that is pure 999 copper. But some of the wiring that's like the type of wiring that I'm using isn't. But the wire that I do have is. Um, it's high. It's very high grade electrical wire that I've gathered throughout the years, and it's not standard. It's not something standard that you would normally get. Um, but I've always worked for contractors throughout my life and building houses and this and that, and I gained a lot of salvage from in that line of work. There's a lot of times I would bid my own jobs and people that I would do work for if they had to replace their wiring or do whatever or their breakers and they didn't want their breakers that they were going to throw them away. I told them that there was things that were of value in them. If you're going to throw them away, I'd be willing to buy them from you instead of you throw them away. And they said, no, if you want them, just take them. Most times that's what they would do. And yeah, are you old enough to say you remember a Pentium 100 with what is it, a 96 baud modem? I forget. I had something that was lower than that, I think, for the baud modem. I used to have a Commodore way back in the day. I had an Apple, an Apple computer, a Commodore. I'm trying to think of the other ones, but my very first one was a Pentium 100 computer that I had built. And but anyways, guys, it sounds like to me Mrs. T-Bird just finished work, and I'm gonna yes, a 56K. that that's our wine. What do you mean, my wine or your wine? I when I cooked the steak, if you see that steak thing, I had poured a little wine. Mrs. T-Bird was asking if that was my wine or her wine. It's our wine, baby. You can. I didn't leave any in that cup, did I? I think I had 2 or 3 cups of it. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna call it a night. I'm gonna go spend a little time with Mrs. Bird. And you had a Commodore also? Awesome. Yeah. Yeah, I can remember. It brings back memories because I'm trying to think what my sixth grade teachers when I first got introduced into computers. I can't remember what it was. I don't know if it was an IBM or I don't think, or if it was a Commodore. I don't remember. But it's when I first got introduced in sixth grade. I forget how old I was, but I was in sixth grade. You guys can figure it out. Um, that was way back in the mid 70s, before 1975, I think. Yeah. So, oh man, somewhere around the 74 or 75 in sixth grade. My math teacher, he was like one of those math whizzes, and he had a computer, and he brought it into his classroom, and he taught us. He didn't. It wasn't part of school back then, but he taught us, and it was he let us use. He brought in several of his own computers. He taught us, and he taught us how to make these little programs. It was line 10. It was all DOS. There was no Windows. There was no Windows. It was DOS commands. Line 10, go to line 20. On line 20, you had a particular command you'd have to type in, and high plot such and such. It gives parameters on where you want this little stick figure to be or whatever you want, where you want a point and plot in the computer part of it. I can't explain it. I can, but it's going to take too much time, and it's a lot. But then line 30, go to line 40, and line 40, high plot, da da da, line 50. It was all line commands, and you'd make this little stick figure program. And once you got it going and got it running, you had everything working right with all the commands of what you wanted to do. And it was a DOS based program. If you know what DOS is, there was no such thing as Windows back then. There wasn't Windows. It wasn't Windows 95 or any of that. Nothing like what you see now. But it was a black and white screen. And you had this little I made this little tiny plane It's like it looked like a cross, like a stick figure plane. It looked like a propeller moving, but it wasn't. It was like a plus symbol that was spinning, and you could control it on the screen on where you wanted to go by the keyboards. But that's way back in the day. Yeah, yeah, but that was one of my first computers I ever dabbled with. And then, like I said, I built my own computers from scratch. I didn't make the hard drives. I didn't make the motherboards. I didn't make the CPUs, but I bought them and I put the pieces together. Like I said, to make the fastest possible PC tower that I could. And I used to link up playing Doom and Duke Nukem and all that stuff, playing live with other friends and on the internet. I even got to the point where I had a map editor and I made my own maps for Duke Nukem. Or not Duke Nukem, Doom. It was Doom. I used to play Duke Nukem, but we used to have what they call these death matches. And I designed and made with a map editor my own map that I sent to other people, and somewhere along the line, I'd have to find the CD that I have it on. But I never, when I made the map, it was a death room match where it was only you and for one other person that you were linked up with on the modem, and it was a room, and you had all these different types of weaponries and other things that you could pick up, and it was to see who could knock out the other player the most. It was a death match, and I designed one, and it's on a CD out there in the world, and I've never got any credit for it. I made two maps that were like that are out there on that CD, and it just happens to be somebody got into somebody's hand, and someone, whoever the company made it, put it in a CD, and it's out there. But if I would have known that when I was editing the map, I should have put my initials, or I should have put something on there indicating to me, Cheddar Chasin. Woo! Good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while, except for over on Michael's. Thank you so much for stopping in. You played Doom like it was like 486. EverQuest? No, I never really played EverQuest. I don't remember. I may have, but not very much. I was big into Doom, Duke Nukem, Mafia Wars. Uh, there was some other games that I played big time into. I still got some of them down in my thing. Oops, I just bumped my tripod. I can't think of where it is, but I got old games. There's some games and some things that like my um, PlayStations and other things that I got and Sega games that I won't break down into salvage because they're worth more as a console and as the cartridges than what they would be to break them down to salvage the stuff off from the circuitry on them. Hey, and Marsh, how you doing? Good to see you. Thank you so much for stopping by. Everybody keeps popping in. Where's the burnt marshmallows? Oh, I don't have any. I ate them all last time when I had the fire pit. What do you think of that, Marsh? Woo! Go check out my. I did a live stream copper pouring earlier. That from this knife. I thought it came out pretty sweet. That's a knife, and I made a copper pour of it. It doesn't do that, but tactical knife now has his very first own copper. Just don't have no flick. Oh, let's see. End up being. I apologize if I was rambling on. I wasn't paying attention to the chat. Um, I don't always. I was kind of looking at the table and looking at the phone. I should have been looking over at my laptop over there. But yeah, go before I leave. I'll drop my link one more time. Like I said, Mrs. T-Bird is done work now, and I'm gonna go watch some movies, maybe a short show with her, and then I gotta get to bed. I got an early day tomorrow, and I'll probably be home around 2 in the afternoon, probably. But thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Jeffrey. Thank you, Humble Stacker. Thanks a lot for stopping in. We had Dennis and Medicine there earlier, Bellows Forge and Gatillo. So always good to see each and every one of you out here. We had Richard in here way earlier, and I think what was it? That stupid thing. Man, that's bugging me. I can just be talking and I got that AI thing pops up automatically onto my phone. I got to disable that. I don't like that AI. That's going to drive me crazy. Alrighty. Well, we'll catch you on there. I'll probably pop on real quick on my other device. Humble. I'm going to have you going on here. I always do. I always do, brother. I'll have you on that device. I'll probably pop on, just say hi, but then I'm going to let it run. I might have it over on the side. What's all this jib jab about? You're late for the party, OC. You won and you had like 30 minutes, 30 minutes to claim your prize, and you lost because 30 minutes has expired. Yeah. Should we tell him what he would have won if he would have been here? Nah. Okay. I would drop that link one more time for you guys to go check that out. I know a lot of you have. I think OC Stacker's already got that already. Yeah, you've been a busy day. I know you have, brother. Just got home. I appreciate you. Go make sure to check out that link and cast your entry. Cast your entry what you think you might be. Sometime on or about Tuesday, we'll be opening that up to see what the total is. One winner to the members. And you're level, I think you're a level 3 member, ain't you, OC Stacker? Throw up some emojis up there. Uh, you can stand your chance of winning a constitutional 90 percenter. I think you already got your vote in there, but we'll find out what the real number is. All year to date Coinstar finds. I'm still finding stuff the Coinstars, but it's not going in here. I've already got the number down. But good luck to each and every one of you. Cast your vote. Question on the Coinstar account. Are we included in the stuff in the chest? All the stuff in the chest? No, the stuff that's in the chest is not. Just this is not Coinstar find. All the stuff in the chest is not Coinstar finds. Just the stuff that was in the bags that I laid out on the table. You got the bag of nickels. Well, let's start the bag of pennies. Okay, I'll point you down here. Be more clear for OC. The whole bag of pennies. It's a 9-minute video. I laid it all on the table. The bag of nickels. It's all year-to-date Coinstar finds. All the dimes. All the quarters. And the only else thing that was included, which was included in that amount, was this rolled penny that I found at the Coinstar. And this isn't the exact dollar I found at McDonald's, but that's included in there as well. You don't get the dollar. You don't get the dollar. You don't get any of this. This is where I'm taking some of my constitutional change from, whether it be a $50 or whether it be a George Washington 90 percenter, or whether it be a Rosie or be a Mercury. I'm taking it from my little tiny stash that I have back here. Could be a Barber dime. It could be a Mercury. It could be a Roosevelt. Whatever I choose to send you out, whoever wins. One for the members, and so it's fair. One for the subscribers. If you want to stand, the subscribers are only going to get a quarter. I had nominated only doing one a month for subscribers giveaway, something like that, and then once a week for the members. If you would like, to be a level T-Bird, a level 1, it's 99 cents to join as a member. Level 2 is $2.99. I think level 3 is $5.99. 3D Woodworks was generous enough to gift 5 memberships, and that was level 3. Check Stackers did it twice. He gifted 5 memberships 2 different times, and those were level 3. Like, woo! Yeah, Kim T-Bird and Molly Barrow. Hook a brother up. Hook a brother up, he says. You just came on just to keep me on here to go to 3 hours, didn't you, OC Stacker? You're either trying to get me off or you're trying to turn around and keep me on for 3 hours. Love you, brother. But yeah, go check that out. I think you already cast your vote. You got till Monday, like I said, to refine anything at the end of Monday at midnight. That's it. Game's closed. One for subscribers, one for members. A member up to level 3 will get a $50, 90 percenter. A member level 2 is going to get a quarter, a Washington quarter, and get a dime, 90 percenter. Level one's going to get a quarter, and that's only one for a member. Only one win for the members. Depends on what level they are or what they get. Subscribers will get a 90% Washington quarter. And then next week, like I said, I don't know if I'm going to do one immediately next week. It may be the following week after that. But then I will do another one for the members, probably just the members themselves. And then maybe the week following that, I'll open it back up to the subscribers and the members again. But have fun playing. I'm trying to share the love and make this thing fun, and trying to. It's my way of giving a little thanks back to the community. Thank you so much, you guys. I'm not far. 1K celebration should be coming up very soon. I think you guys seen that. I got a lot of stuff. Yeah, OC, you've seen it. Oh man. Look at those. Oh, that's from Parker's. Maple roasted walnuts. Oh, one of those are mine. I got 3 other bags. Oh, yeah. Woo! Maple cookies. These are just extra gifts for if somebody wins in my celebration. Like I did last time. Extra gifts. I know what OC Stacker has his eye out on. Woo! Is it going to be Frosty? This is from Bayshards. Or is it gonna? He already got one of those. My last celebration, he got one of those. Awesome. Yeah. He downed that in one sitting. OC, one sitting. Ain't a whole lot. Oh, 3.4 fluid ounces, but you know, it's just an extra gift for those that win. I still see you're on the 0-20 program. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe. Oh boy. I don't know what I missed. Let's see, it wouldn't be the first time. Yeah, only 12 subs away. Yeah. I'm only 12 subs away. That's what I seen last time in 988. I was at 989, but somebody obviously had just subscribed and they didn't hit the like and they didn't throw a comment, so it didn't stick, and YouTube took it away after 24 to 48 hours. Happens all the time. Up and down, like a roller coaster. You got 3. I got 3 bags of pay dirt. 3 bags of pay dirt. How would I get 3 bags of pay dirt? Jackknife. Woo! No, it's because of my work schedule, me working 6 days a week, 12 hours a day. I had no time for it, so it's going to be a 750. When I hit 1,000, it's going to be a 750,000 sub celebration. I had it out for you, brother. I even jingled it at the beginning. You weren't here. I said, Jackknife, you can hear that. If you can hear that, you weren't around. I got a little depressed. I ain't gonna lie. And I've been saying I've been trying to go for the last 10, 15 minutes now, but you thought you heard something? Maybe I didn't jingle it long enough then. Next time I'll jingle it longer. I appreciate you though, Jackknife. And I do have another game going on right now. If you hadn't noticed, there's the link. Go check it out after 9-minute video. Year-to-date Coinstar finds. All the information is right in that 9-minute video. Check it out. Take your piece of paper and pencil, write it down. Captain Clang. You want to hear the Captain Clang? Okay, I'll give you the Captain Clang, and then I got to go. Mrs. T-Bird's in the other room waiting for me. I'll give you the Captain Clang. Hold on. Oh, man. I got to break out the big bar of silver. Oh, man. Oh. I'm only going to let you hear it. I'm only going to let you hear it. Isn't that a beautiful, beautiful clang? Yep, them are some hefty. Oh, buddy. Oh, he's got a little toning. It's got a little toning going on. You see it? Man. Maybe if I would have claimed those, he would have came. You're welcome. You're welcome, Jackknife. Don't wake up the neighbors. Yeah, they're 1,000 feet down the road. They won't hear that. I got the windows closed. I got the windows closed. Molly Bear's here to take care of them. Oh, man. He wants to see his 10-ounce silver bar again. He always wants to have it. I don't know. OC. I I don't know which one it was. Was it that one? Or was it that one? Or was it that one? I think you're confused. I think you're confused. I think you are confused. It wasn't 10. It was 32 point something. Woo. The first one. Oh, you like the one with the eagle. You like the one with the eagle. I do too. I like the eagle. I wish it was a phoenix there, but you know, I didn't make it, so 4-9's fine. Stuart, woo! Nope, that was fine, he says. Always good to see you, Stuart. Thank you so much. Awesome. I've been trying to go for the last 15, 20 minutes, and OC won't let me. He's not even giving me a countdown. I'm waiting for his countdown. That just keeps me rattling on. Where is the Libertad you sent? Oh, man, that is not here. That is put away in the safe. I love that Libertad. That is so awesome. Oh, that is such a beautiful coin. That is so beautiful. You don't know how much what that you don't know what that meant. That meant to me. Yeah, the kilos are cute. Bird's the word. Thank you, Stuart. Yes, sir. I'll just show that to you real quick, Stuart. What I made tonight. Copper pour. I've showed it a bunch of different times. There's some people there. I've seen it quite a few different times. I got it from that tactical knife that I have. I made an open sand cast for it out of copper, and it came out excellent because that cross that's on there is even a 32nd of an inch above. I can barely, my fingernail barely catches it, and it came out so freaking awesome. Couldn't believe it came out in the kinetic play sand. Came out wicked. Yeah. 13.1 ounces. Now 13.01. Now he's giving me 0.25. I think I've been answering everything you've been saying. OC. Okay, give me a countdown. I gotta go, buddy. So close. Yes. No, this right here, Stuart, was 13.01. It was more than that. It was 14 point something, I think. I'd have to go back and check in the live stream. But OC's kicking me out. But as it stands right now, it's just a hair over 13 ounces of pure 999 copper. Alrighty, gang. Thanks a lot. Yeah, well, dang. Woo. Yeah, look at that. Poured that tonight, too. See the Firebird in there? I'm going to ignore OC Stacker. He's already counting down. All right, guys. Good night. Take care. T-Bird out. Woo! See you next time. Maybe we'll do some more porn tomorrow.